Wow, it's dry. I'm wearing my Halloween shirt underneath my orange one that I got. So yeah, I can wear it under a jumper and it makes it look effective. And because it's a colder period, you're more likely to wear jumpers anyway. So wearing the orange makes it really stand out. Must have really stood out anyway without even wearing a jumper. God, that's how much it stands out. Right, so I'm going to take the dogs out for a walk. I didn't get up till 9 and we're only just leaving and it's like 5 to 10. I'm leaving at 1. My initial idea is to go back for 12. Yeah, I'm going to aim to get back for 12 o'clock. That way then we've done a long walk. So my average for minutes is to be at 4:50 for the end of today. Just checked it now, it's at 4:42. So I've only got to do 8 minutes and then I'm at the 4:50 mark. So I said I was going to aim to be back for 12. That way then I can feed the dogs, get some quick dinner, I'm thinking of pizza to be fair, then have a shower and get changed. Okay, so I wonder how many people I will see in the woods. I'm curious, because it's like only 10:10 now. I literally said I'm only going to be able to do one walk with the dogs, and that'll be it. Funny how yesterday when I was walking home, I was like, I did set an alarm for this morning. I just could not get up. I actually really couldn't. I was just like, ugh. I just felt so zombified. I was like, and also I felt like I'd been paralysed as well. Like I was not awake at all. I was just like, I just couldn't move. I was just like in this body paralysis state. And it was only when I woke up properly, my mind just went boom, like a switch just went boom, straight on. I woke up thinking it was initially 10 o'clock, and it was only 10 to 9. So I just got up at like 5 to 9. I was just gonna stay in bed forever. Thing is, I'm up tomorrow at 5. God, how am I gonna do that? How am I gonna get up at 5 tomorrow morning when I've just been lying in till like 9 o'clock in the morning? I'm thinking though, if I time myself out on this walk and time myself out at work and then obviously walk home, and then not put the TV on at night, I should be alright. So I've actually recorded 2 videos. Wow. A McDonald's promo video for the McAfee range. Then basically another video about calorie capping. Oh, that's the first person I've seen right at the end of the woodland. Ironically, that's the first person I see in the entire woodland. And I'm tempted to walk down the through the woodland, well, walk down the pathway down by the woodland, then potentially walk around Copley Village itself, and then walk back through the woods. Well, that looked quite like an illusion. I thought the person that I saw was on this path, but it's actually over there. So I'm actually not coming across anybody on this path. So, first time I've seen people, 2 people and a dog, well, dog walkers to be fair, like me, as I'm ironically getting closer to the entrance or exit to the woods. Yeah, I'm slowly nearly out of the woods. You know, I think I might go on the canal, potentially. I'm tempted to go that way as well. Like I said, go that way, then that way. And keep an eye on them with the river, because I do not want them going in the river. Because I think it'd be quite high flowing, because it's rained a lot over the last few days. It's ironically not going to rain at all today until I get to work, which is a good sign. I thought, well, might as well take advantage of this and go for a bloody good long walk before I start work. Can I still go that way? Actually, yeah, I did, didn't I? I did go that way. Yeah, it'll be alright to go that way. It's dried up a little bit, so I should be alright. Hoping for the best now, to be fair. But yeah, it has rained so much over the last few days, and it's going to rain again from 2 o'clock onwards and not stop. That's how much it's rained. This path is collapsing. Damn. Like, it's actually collapsing. Bloody hell. Oh, my neck. At least we're walking along the canal now. It's going to be flat. It's going to be smooth. There was also a sandwich like stand up there. I thought, well, I should actually have something from the freezer, and I'm not that hungry, to be fair. And if I do get hungry, I've got a cereal bar and 2 biscuits in my bag. So, and a drink as well. So I should be alright. Ironically, there's people on the canal. I go all the way through the woodland and there's nobody. And then as soon as I get onto the canal, yeah, that's basically it. And it's nice being on the canal though, because it's smooth and it's flat. So obviously I've done my 450 minutes for Wednesday. I only had to do 8 minutes of exercise on my watch. My watch anyway. And that was it. But well, since I'm still out and I'm gonna be walking to work, it's gonna be raining all the way throughout, so I'm not gonna go on a break walk, because it's gonna be raining. And plus, when I finish at 8 o'clock, my mum's gonna pick me up. So walking now, then walking to work, that'll be the only walking I do. Fair enough. So I'm at 4 miles. I have 2.2 more miles to go, and then I've done 10k. Wow. There's actually a massive gap now between people on this bit here. Like literally, there's a big gap, and somebody right down there, but they are going this way as well. So they are ahead of me. I say there because there's more than one people, but there isn't. There's only just one person. So it should just be the person, not there. Nice to get to work and try all the new selection of stuff. I might have a millionaire's latte, and I think I might have a millionaire's donut, I think. Normally when stuff comes out, people don't know about the stuff, but now that they're putting posters up in the crew room, people are like, oh yeah, I actually know about stuff now, rather than it just being a small selection of people in a specific special group knowing about stuff weeks before. People are aware now. I bet they're selling out quite well. They look really nice. You know, everyone in the crew room practically look like nerds because they're all watching some form of gameplay. But it wasn't like new gameplay, it was like old, like the old gameplay of such. Like, there was someone watching League of Legends, and then I was watching F-Zero GX, and people like that. We were all watching what we were all watching. There was a third person in there, I couldn't see what they were watching though. But, you know, I downloaded like an hour and a half video of GX, and it's all the tracks in sequence. And I only watched like 20 minutes of it yesterday. So, on my break, not nice at all. Ugh. On my break, I'll watch a bit more. Oh, F-Zero GX is ace. Storyline's good, and a game that's way ahead of its time. And it came out in 2003. Amongst all like the Mario stuff as well. I mean, people recognise like Nintendo for like Mario because it's the big thing. But F-Zero is undoubtedly amazing. Because it's still set within the Nintendo universe, because it's Nintendo, but it's set in the future, like the very future. So whatever timeline the Nintendo, no, the Mario timeline is, F-Zero set way into the future. Way into the future. Well, I'm glad I went on a walk when I did, doing the 10k this morning, because it's raining now. And it's not going to stop raining until tomorrow. Right, so I've just posted a video to YouTube. Actually, this isn't going to fasten now, because I've fastened my coat up. I'm glad I went out when I did this morning and did two-ish hours with the dogs. Because I can rest now. I'll stop for a moment and then just zip that up pretty much. And just sort all this out as well. It's cold. It was warmer this morning actually, to be fair. It's actually turned pretty chilly now. So when I get to work, I'm going to try the donut, Millionaire's donut. Never been a fan of donuts, to be fair, but I will try it. I'm going to try Millionaire's latte as well. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I won't have it too much though, because it's kind of a calorific drink, and I don't want to put weight back on. Feels strange to be walking along here again. It was literally just this morning, like an hour ago. No, it's 1 o'clock now. It's like roughly 1 o'clock. So like 2-ish hours ago, I was on here, this very path, walking that way when it was nice. and I'm walking the opposite way when it's not so nice. So if I did 6.2 miles walking dogs, then I've done like 1.4 now. And I, about 10 minutes ago, published a video for the McDonald's updates, the McCafe, which is ironically what the internet virus software is called, the McCafe. Spelt the same as well. The Italian stack burger and the promo as well, which is the Happy Meal promo, which hasn't changed, but the some giveaway stuff for it, so that has changed. I've been introduced. Whew. Nice to get to work. Oh, I think I've pulled my right leg muscle a tiny little bit. It's okay though. I'm kind of curious to know what tonight's going to be like. I mean, I'm only working till 8 o'clock at night as opposed to the full 11 o'clock at night. But I'm kind of curious because, like, when I was on last night, normally on a Tuesday there's never normally people out. Usually you can just game through it. And it's like, whoa, I can actually do well. I didn't, in fact, well, I did do really well actually, but the volume of people shocked me. I was like, what? Like, on a Tuesday night, it's normally dead. That's how it's always been practically. So I was going through that routine, like, oh yeah, it's not going to be that bad, it's going to be alright. We got hammered. We surprisingly did get hammered. And then by 10 o'clock I was like, oh my god, there's so many people coming in. Please, I do not want to have to open the section that just closed off again. But thankfully I didn't have to close it off. Thankfully I didn't have to reopen it, I should say. If I didn't have to close it off, I'm not doing my job. Thankfully I didn't have to open it back up again. I might take my hood down. Yep, this is going to be a bit awkward. Yep, that don't work. Yes, you do need two hands to do this. Right, time to go to work. I think I'm going to go into petrol station first and get 2 of those 2 for $2.50 energy drinks. I'm not saying I'm going to have them, but I'm thinking that if I do get them, then it saves me for tomorrow when I start at 7. Okay, so I'm on my way to work. It's pretty flipping cold, and I've dubbed my toe in a little bit. Ow. So I can't properly walk. I can walk, sort of. I can walk alright. It's cold. So, it's pretty cold. Oh god. You know, it's that cold and you're lost for words. Not because you don't know what to say up here, but because you just can't get the words out. That's how it was just now. So going into a morning shift, something's gonna happen, isn't it? Something is bound to happen. 7:3. So the last time I was in on, what's it day today? It's Saturday. Thursday I was in. A lot of the drinks machines broke because we had no water. So we only had bottled drinks and milkshakes. That's all we had. So I'm kind of curious to know what's going to happen today. Because do you know something's going to happen? On a morning shift, like basically on a late shift, nothing really happens. You just kind of like go into the shift, do the shift and that's it. Middle shift is the same thing. But with the morning shift, something does tend to happen. Normally. I think to myself, it can't be the case of people being out this morning. It can't be. But my bag is so noisy. But yeah, people are out. There's quite a lot of people out on a Saturday morning. It's not even like 6:20. Hey, something's wrong. Yeah, I tell you what's wrong. My hand is getting bloody cold. Right, I can't vlog. I think that traffic light broke. Because I was like, there was just nobody coming either way at all. And it was like, nah, red light. I was like, green light, there's just nobody coming at all for anybody. So I thought, I'm going to cross over. I'm not going to be a dick and push the button to like cross over. I'll tell you one thing that is weird. It's not raining. Because even yesterday it wasn't forecast to rain, and it still rained. Still rained. So today it's not forecast to rain. The whole bit today. But trust me, I bet you it will rain. I was like, wow, I'm looking, there's no traffic coming this way at all. I forgot that gamma's still there. I forgot that gamma's still there, despite the fact that I walked past it, how many times? So, I have come up with some ideas for travelling. I'm going to Scavendon Reservoir, so they are local, but I had ideas for solo trips, which I thought would be a nice idea. And yet, as soon as I'm on here, there's traffic. Well, that lasted 20 seconds of no traffic. Oh yeah, there's still more. Why is there so bloody much? Saturday morning. Why the hell is there so bloody much? So if we're going to explain very quickly, get a bus to Crumlin, then walk to Scavendon Reservoir, Hiram Reservoir, then walk back home potentially, then catch a bus to Huddersfield, and go to the Tolson Museum in Mould Green, which is half an hour away. So that's like 1.5 miles. You would never get this amount of traffic on a Sunday. I'm staggered. I'm shocked. There's actually loads out, which is kind of worrying for me. I'm thinking when I get to the main road up there, I'm going to have to go underneath the bridge and go under. Because if it's going to be incredibly busy, biker. So honestly, I think you're going to have to walk under the road to come back up. Because it is just so busy now, when it shouldn't be, really. I'm going to have to play it safe and go underneath. Because in the morning, normally, you can just cut across the road. But it's staggeringly busy. For 6:30 in the morning. Worryingly. So, I'm just going to play it safe. So I've crossed the road. I think I better get to work.